They attract the attention of the global community, encouraging people to actively discuss and study them. In this video, you will encounter the most mystical and illogical phenomena ever captured on camera. Enjoy watching. These shots were taken in South Korea. A man witnessed a strange sight in the sky. Above his head was a flat rectangular cloud with perfectly straight edges. From the side, it looked as though it had divided the sky into two equal parts. However, no one was able to determine the reasons for the appearance of such an unusual atmospheric phenomenon. These shots were taken at night in the Canadian city of Vancouver. In the sky above the surprised residents, a strange ring of light appeared, consisting of two colored parts. The outer contour of the ring was bright green, while the inner part had a deep blue hue. After a few seconds, the mysterious ring began to move across the sky along a circular trajectory, which seriously frightened the observers. It seemed to them that something ominous was about to happen. However, about a minute later, the strange phenomenon disappeared among the clouds, just as suddenly as it had appeared, and further attempts to understand what it really was led to no results. It is no secret that for many people, mountain landscapes inspire awe and admiration for the power of nature. However, these shots demonstrate how easy it can sometimes be to deceive our vision. In these images, a group of tourists stumbled upon what they believed to be a mountain cave in the middle of a forest. However, the space inside, from bottom to top, was filled with wooden structures. It turned out that the entire mountain, which from afar looked like a natural formation, was in fact completely man-made and supported by an artificial framework. These shots were taken on one of the beaches in Peru. In the middle of a clear sky, a solitary dense cloud was captured hovering over the water several kilometers from the shore. Everything seemed ordinary at first, but when dusk arrived, it didn't disappear. The cloud moved closer to the shore and descended as close to the water as possible. From the side, it might have seemed like a portal from which someone was about to emerge, but nothing of the sort happened, and the cloud itself vanished without a trace by the next morning. In 2019, one of the strangest weather phenomena in history occurred in Texas. In addition to heavy rain, local residents reported that soft, jelly-like clumps were falling from the sky. These were semi-transparent formations with a strange consistency. Upon thorough analysis, it was discovered that the unusual jelly contained a certain type of bacteria that is present in every human digestive system. However, where this mysterious jelly rain came from remains a mystery to this day. In the winter of 2025, a video filmed in one of the remote villages of India went viral online. The footage captured dense, fluffy clumps slowly falling from the sky, resembling cotton or thick fog. They settled on the ground, covering everything around as if with scraps of clouds. Local residents called this phenomenon cloudfall and claimed they had never seen anything like it before. The event took place in a mountainous area where temperature fluctuations are especially sharp. According to eyewitnesses, immediately after sunset the sky darkened, the temperature dropped sharply, and large pieces of white mass began descending from above. Some clumps settled directly on trees and houses, while others slowly dissolved like vapor. Witnesses claimed that the clouds seemed to breathe and emitted a faint hissing sound. When people approached closer, it felt as though a slight electrical charge was present in the air, similar to the feeling before a thunderstorm. Among the residents of the Indian province, the event caused a storm of emotions. Some saw it as a sign from above, while others believed it was a harbinger of global change. However, meteorological scientists eventually found a rational explanation for this phenomenon. They believe it was an extremely rare case of dense stratiform clouds rapidly descending. This happens when cold and warm air masses interact with each other. When the temperature near the ground suddenly drops and pressure changes, moist air loses stability, and the clouds literally collapse downward. The air becomes saturated with moisture, and fog-like masses reach ground level, resembling flakes or clumps of cotton. These shots were taken on the grounds of a factory. Workers were filling in a hole in the floor when something inexplicable happened. Each time a piece of the broken floor fell into the pit, a strange glow began to emanate from the darkness below. It created the impression that there was something ominous down there, and that it clearly did not like being disturbed. The flickering light below was uneven and seemed almost alive. When the footage was published online, many people thought that the workers had awakened an unknown ancient creature or opened a portal to another dimension. One way or another, no one has been able to give a clear explanation of what was happening in the video. These shots caused a wave of excitement online among fans of mystical and conspiracy theories. In the video, a man casually throws a stone into the water, which results in a mesmerizing optical effect. On the rocky surface near the body of water, wave-like circles began to spread. Despite the fact that this was clearly a reflection from the ripples on the water, some believe that the creators of the video had witnessed a real glitch in the fabric of reality. In 2025, a strange video appeared online. The author claimed it was filmed in Antarctica. However, instead of endless icy expanses, it showed a green plain with mysterious structures standing on it. The buildings did not resemble any known research station, and their appearance was more like residential huts. The video sparked heated debate online. Some insisted it could be proof of a secret society existing on the continent, while others doubted the authenticity of the footage and presented arguments debunking it. However, the question of the mysterious structures remains ambiguous since Antarctica has still not been fully explored. Harsh climatic conditions and the presence of a massive ice sheet do not allow for direct research methods, and only time will tell what other secrets may be hidden beneath the layers of ice. These shots were taken in southeastern Australia, in the state of New South Wales. They captured a massive metal object protruding from the ground, resembling a fragment of an alien spacecraft. However, the truth turned out to be far more down to earth. The piece of charred material did indeed belong to the SpaceX Crew 1 Dragon spacecraft. The 3-meter-long, durable object passed through Earth's atmosphere and landed in the middle of a sheep paddock near the town of Dalgety. Soon, SpaceX issued an official statement saying that the debris was an unpressurized trunk of the spacecraft, designed to carry unpressurized cargo into space and to support the Crew Dragon during launch. On the 14th of April 2025, for the first time in 62 years, an all-female crew was sent into space. 6 women took part in the flight aboard the New Shepard spacecraft, owned by Jeff Bezos' company, Blue Origin. Among them were singer Katy Perry and journalist Lauren Sanchez. However, the real controversy began after the landing. The footage shows that the hatch of the landing capsule opened from the inside even before Jeff Bezos approached it. Experts were puzzled, since according to regulations, this hatch can only be opened from the outside using a special tool to prevent the risk of depressurization. This, in turn, led many skeptics to believe that the entire mission was staged, from the launch and the behavior of the women inside the capsule to the landing itself. These unusual shots were filmed in March 2025 in the Mexican city of Guadalajara de Buga. They captured a mysterious metallic sphere flying over the city before crashing into high-voltage power lines. After the crash, the mysterious object was carefully examined. It was no more than 100 centimeters in diameter and weighed slightly less than 2 kilograms. Its surface was perfectly smooth, as if it had been processed with a special tool, and strange symbols and hieroglyphs were visible on its upper part, unlike any known language in the world. It was also surprising that the sphere reacted in a strange way to sound vibrations. For example, local residents admitted that when Sanskrit mantras were recited, the sphere vibrated as if responding to the rhythm. Some believe that the mysterious sphere represents a breakthrough in advanced technology, while others are skeptical and consider it nothing more than a well-designed art project created to generate hype. While walking along the shoreline, a group of friends witnessed a bright blue light. It seemed as though a dense, glowing stream was descending from the sky directly into the ocean. Its intensity was so powerful that it inspired thoughts of a supernatural origin. Remarkably, the light vanished beyond the horizon just as suddenly as it had appeared, leaving the witnesses in complete confusion and unable to determine the exact nature of its origin. These shots from Taiwan captured a rare phenomenon known as a rain boundary. This optical effect can be observed in windless conditions during heavy rainfall. In such moments, it feels as though one is seeing the boundary between two worlds, one of which is separated by a wall of rain. The man who witnessed this unique phenomenon recorded it on his camera. The video clearly shows that one half of his window remains completely dry, while water streams down the other pane. This contrast created the impression that nature had divided the space into two parts, each living its own separate life. While walking through a forest, a man encountered an unusual phenomenon. Along the railway tracks, a spherical blue glow was moving slowly. The mysterious anomaly emitted lightning as it moved, and the air around it could clearly be seen trembling. It looked as though it were a cluster of pure energy. The man kept his distance from the object and followed its movement. The flickering sphere slowly passed over the rails and continued toward the forest. Viewers' opinions were divided. Some doubted the authenticity of the footage, others saw an optical illusion and a play of light. However, there were also those who believed the man had witnessed a genuine ball lightning phenomenon. In May 2023, a family from Las Vegas witnessed something strange fall from the sky into their backyard. After a bright, glowing object crashed down, the couple claimed that they saw the silhouettes of two tall, strange beings at the impact site. When the police arrived, there were no signs of extraterrestrial beings present. However, the glowing objects captured on camera stirred public interest and sparked widespread discussion in both the media and on social networks. On the 26th of June 2025, a celestial body weighing 23 grams pierced the roof of a private home in the American city of McDonough in the state of Georgia. The homeowner was inside at the time and was located only 5 meters from the impact site. According to him, despite wearing headphones, the fall felt like a rifle shot. The cosmic fragment not only punched straight through the ceiling of the house, but also left a deep dent in the floor. Only 2 months later, cosmogeologist Scott Harris from the University of Georgia determined that the meteorite was older than our planet, having formed 4.5 billion years ago, and that it originally belonged to the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Scientists concluded that it was formed during the breakup of a large asteroid 470 million years ago, and its value was estimated at $50,000. A married couple managed to capture a strange phenomenon in the evening sky. An unknown object was slowly descending toward the ground, leaving behind a dark trail of smoke. The outlines of the object were almost impossible to discern. It seemed to change shape during its fall, making it nearly impossible to determine whether it was an airplane, a satellite, or a meteorite. The mysterious object landed far beyond the horizon and disappeared without a trace. Despite all the theories put forward, no one was able to explain what this phenomenon actually was or where the true impact site of the unknown object might have been. Astoria Borealis was an industrial accident that occurred on the 27th of December 2018 at a Con Edison substation in Astoria, in the Queens borough of New York City. During the incident, a device with a potential of a coupling capacitor rated at 138,000 volts failed, leading to a massive arc flash that illuminated the sky with a blue-green spectacle visible for many kilometers around, reaching as far as New Jersey. Fortunately, there were no fatalities or injuries during the incident. The accident received the humorous name Astoria Borealis due to its resemblance to the Northern Lights. The event was widely covered on social media, and LaGuardia Airport was temporarily shut down due to a power outage. In 2016, at the territory of Disney World, a man noticed a strange phenomenon in the sky above the attractions. At first, he thought it was smoke rising into the air. However, upon closer inspection, he realized it was a perfectly even black ring silently hovering in the sky. It seemed as though the strange object was intently observing everything happening below. The eerie shape remained suspended in the air for some time, causing concern among amusement park visitors. Some claimed it was a portal, while others believed they were witnessing a real UFO. However, the mysterious object never revealed its secret and vanished into the sky just as suddenly as it had appeared. During a flight, a passenger noticed an unusual phenomenon through the airplane window. White smoke rising from a chimney met with the clouds, creating a mesmerizing optical illusion. It appeared as though the clouds below were the result of deliberate human creation. Each cloud seemed like part of some grand design, prompting the observer to wonder who their creators might have been and for what purpose they were made. These shots were recorded by a surveillance camera on the territory of a Mexican farm. Deep in the night, a dim, bluish spherical light suddenly appeared in the middle of a field. After a few seconds, it flared brightly and vanished without a trace. After witnessing this, the farm owner carefully inspected the surroundings and kept watch on the farm for several nights. However, this did not help him find any clues or explanations for the origin of the mysterious light. During the construction of an underground tunnel in the Colombian city of Medellin, a strange incident occurred. The footage shows that a few meters away from the worksite, a section of the road began to rise and vibrate. It seemed as though a mysterious force beneath the ground was trying to break through the road surface, frightening the workers who were watching the spectacle. What was most unusual, however, was that the underground tremors did not damage the road surface or leave a single crack. At some point, the tremors stopped, and the road construction was eventually completed. Nevertheless, no one was able to determine what caused the mysterious shaking, a rare geological phenomenon or the awakening of an ancient underground creature. After a series of powerful tornadoes, residents of one American suburb witnessed an unusual,
a warm golden light spreading along one side of the horizon, resembling a sunset. However, the same light appeared above the mountains on the opposite side as well. Remarkably, the real sun had already set by that time. The mysterious glow symmetrically illuminated the sky in two areas at once. This created a surreal, almost otherworldly scene. The nature of this rare phenomenon remained a mystery to the observers, and the strange glow never appeared again in those places. The author of this recording chose to remain anonymous. The footage clearly shows a strange blue light racing across the sky. After these bright flashes, something resembling a portal began to form in the upper left corner of the screen. Some suggested that the footage captured the results of an unknown experiment being conducted nearby. Others were firmly convinced that they had witnessed the opening of a tunnel into another dimension. These shots were taken by a random tourist who was camping in the forest. When he woke up in the morning, he noticed that the ground beneath his feet was covered with strange crescent-shaped shadows forming intricate patterns. For the first moments, these shadows were completely motionless, but then they began to move synchronously. The man recorded this phenomenon on camera and asked viewers to suggest in the comments what it might have been. However, no one was able to provide a clear explanation. One evening, a mysterious vertical column of light appeared in the sky over Japan. For the first few seconds, it resembled lightning, but soon a concentrated cluster of light formed at its end. This bright object rushed downward at tremendous speed, yet to the observer's surprise, it didn't collide with the ground. Instead, it sharply changed its trajectory, soared back upward, and vanished into the night sky. Some eyewitnesses suggested that it was a rare atmospheric phenomenon or an optical illusion, while others spoke of a supernatural origin. Despite numerous versions and theories, the true nature of this mysterious light has never been uncovered, leaving people bewildered and sparking countless discussions. These shots were filmed at night on the coast of Turkey. They captured the moment when two bright glowing streaks appeared in the sky, one light blue and the other bright white. To the eyewitnesses, it seemed as though otherworldly beings were flying above the land. However, no one present on the beach could say for certain what it was. Some assumed it was a rocket launch into orbit, while others believed they had witnessed alien spacecraft. Despite the general excitement, no official explanation followed, and the mystery of the celestial objects remained unsolved. In 2023, in the middle of the night, residents of one of the Swiss cantons witnessed an unusual celestial phenomenon that they managed to record on camera. A funnel resembling a portal appeared above their heads. It looked like a gravitational anomaly, Nearby clouds were drawn toward its center, and the edges periodically flashed with blue lights. The residents, who had never seen anything like it before, were gripped by panic. They froze in anticipation, not understanding what was happening. It seemed as though a spacecraft might emerge from the portal, but after a few seconds, it disappeared as suddenly as it had appeared. No traces were left in the sky, yet the feeling of unease lingered for a long time. Some suggested it was a powerful cloud vortex. At the same time, enthusiasts of the supernatural claimed that a tunnel to another dimension had opened in the sky over Switzerland. Opinions were divided, and the question of the phenomenon's nature remains open. These images captured an unusual phenomenon in the night sky. In the darkness, bright lights flickered, casting large shadows on the ground. The geometrically precise shapes of the lights created a sense of mystery and evoked thoughts of an unusual origin. Local residents had never seen anything like this before. The event sparked widespread discussion and gave rise to various mystical theories about the nature of this atmospheric phenomenon. People wondered what could have caused such lights and what secrets they might conceal. During a night fishing trip, a man noticed a unique phenomenon in the water. As he cast his line, he saw strange silhouettes moving beneath the surface, illuminated by a bright blue glow. At first he was confused and even thought something mysterious was happening in the depths. However, upon closer inspection, he realized they were bottlenose dolphins swimming in bioluminescent water. This phenomenon is connected to the life cycle of plankton. During the day, these microorganisms descend to deeper waters to avoid bright light and predators, and at night they rise to the surface for photosynthesis and feeding. When disturbed by waves or the movement of fish, they emit a vivid neon blue glow, creating a magical, almost otherworldly spectacle. These shots show an unusual glow in the night sky over Florida. It was so bright that it felt as though daylight had arrived. The source of the light was a mysterious sphere suspended in the air. Yet it was not only the intensity of the glow that stood out. The cameraman later admitted that during the filming, he felt extremely uncomfortable at the location and could not shake the feeling that something was wrong. Soon the glow spread even wider across the sky and then dissipated without a trace. Some viewers claimed the man had witnessed a rare atmospheric phenomenon, while others were convinced it was something supernatural. In 2025, residents of Alabama witnessed a striking spectacle in the night sky. The sky over the state was illuminated by a brilliant glow, and at first people assumed it was simply glowing clouds. However, the luminous object in the sky not only grew in size, but also began to take on the outline of a human figure. Some viewers saw the silhouette as resembling Jesus Christ and interpreted it as a divine sign, while others believed it was a message from another world. Despite all the proposed theories, no one was able to explain what this mesmerizing light display truly was. While returning